Hey everybody, Corey here. Just coming in to do the weekend forecast reading, as I didn't get one in. I don't think I got one in. I don't know. I didn't get one in last week. Yes, I didn't get one in last week, so I want to get one in over the weekend. We are in the last day of July, and we're about to shift over into August. So, yeah, summer's winding down for many of us in this past, and with this 1 month to come. But it doesn't mean that we have to keep looking at the fall arriving. It's about us being able to stay in the moment with what we have happening right now. I did start shuffling the cards because I have one hand at the moment. I'm just trying to find a place where it's a little bit of like quiet, and then there's music playing in a vehicle, an Amazon truck driver driving his van and delivering, and he's got like music playing, and I'm like, it's like happy music, and I'm like, I didn't know what was coming with the reading, but I always say whatever's happening around us is ends up being a part of the reading in some way. And the first card that came out was the Lover's card. And the Lover's card is not, this week, it's not all about your relationship with other people. It's about the relationship with you, and really truly coming into relationship with you, to just know the importance and the value that when you come into a relationship with you, when you know you stop trying to fix everyone else. You know who you are, you know your standards, you know your boundaries, you know what and who you are, enough to know that you don't have to seek who you are or to fulfill who you are through somebody else. And that could be even friendships, it could be through your own children. It doesn't have to be just lovers relationships. This comes with your own children. You stop using your own children as a way to fulfill or fix everything that may have gone wrong in your own childhood. Or you don't use your children as a pawn to your stories, and children's, if you don't use your parents as an excuse to the why everything that's happening in your life right now is your parents' fault. Because ultimately, we are all grown adults, and we have a choice to choose what we do now. And so we have the freedom to live a different life. And that's kind of, exactly as it is. So that's the message that they have for the first card with Lovers. It's not all about relationships. But this is we're in Leo season, and the Leo energy has amazing lover energy with it. And it comes in with, it's like, Leo is known for being that passionate. So we're back in fire sign energies. We're back in passion. We're back in finding what fuels us and feeds the fire within us, to find our passion, to be passionate about knowing you more than you are about knowing someone else. And as you've well known, if you've been following me for a long time, I've been on a pretty long break right now, and it's taken a lot of courage to take this kind of break, to step away right in the midst of a stream of doing lives for so long. I've had to just say nope. I heard loud and clear through the channels, through my guides, that you're going to be going silent, you're going to be going much quieter, you're going to be taking some time away. You need this, you need to work with you. And I've really truly come to understand the value of that and how important it's been. Has it cost me financially? Well, of course, but that financial end is not everything when you're not here, when you're unable to be here to do what you need to do. So money will mean nothing. My mother always said, money means nothing when you're in your grave. So you have to live for right now and living in that moment. And that means living with you, learning to come into a relationship with you. The other card that came out with that was the King of Pentacles. And this is that earthly, grounded, secure, like I said, knowing who you are. I want to go to that like ABBA song, knowing me, knowing you. I think that's ABBA. It's like when you know you will know your partners. And there's this great thing that's coming up for me. It's about trust, and I'm really learning about the power of trust. And if you're in relationship and you're always second guessing, you're always doubting what the people around you doing, if they like you, if your friendships, is that it's not saying something about your friends or your partner. It's saying a great deal about you. It is speaking volumes about you, not about them. You don't have to keep seeking and searching to keep trying to find some reason not to trust them more. You have to question and ask yourself, why do I not trust people? And if you're not trusting people, in other words, what you're doing is you're not trusting you, is that you have a lot of insecurity within you, and we can't keep laying that onto somebody else. And so that's a big part of this week's message, is about our insecurities, and half the reason why we self-sabotage, why we get into unhealthy, eating habits, unhealthy ways of living, our addictions, our distractions, and that means phones, games, whatever it may be, is the fact that we get tied in to that the thing that we can trust is holding on to the fact that you can pick up your phone and it's going to be the exact same thing every day. When you know you can get to your partner that works for you, that is always there for you, which is like the Facebook or the YouTube or wherever you're going, or your gaming or your addictions, whatever it is. So you can you trust that that's that's your worthy partner. But everything that's on the other side of it doesn't mean that it's trustworthy to you. It is not there it's not there for you. It's actually there for the companies, right? That's the big thing. And so it's like knowing, I always say, you know what, when I'm there for my people, I'm there for my people. And that's the truth, because if I don't have it to give, or I don't feel like it's not there, I make a choice to choose to say, you know what, I got to go revisit my own self and do my own work, and then I'll come back in because I give my all. And so no, it's like when it becomes unhealthy, it just keeps getting shoveled into us. And that's kind of what that King of Pentacles is telling us. Get rooted and grounded, get sturdy, get strong. And he's kind of like, when you almost like you don't like the truth. You know how you get the people that are kind, loving, and compassionate, but they tell you the truth, and then you're like, I can't believe they said that to me. Well, they weren't telling you to hurt you. You wanted a truthful answer, and that's not good enough. And so often that happens in relationships. It's like somebody will tell another one, like, I'm not looking for anything serious. I'm not looking for that, loving. I'm not looking for that kind of relationship. And you're like, oh no, me either. But then in the same breath, you keep telling yourself in your head stories that, oh, they'll learn to like me. They'll never want to live without me. Blah, blah, blah. And in the meantime, they've already given you their truth. And you've gone against the truth that they had, instead of saying thank you for being honest, and maybe down the road, maybe it'll work out. But instead, you pushed them until you got them to bend, or you get people to bend into mold into what you want. And so you got what you want, but it wasn't what they wanted. So you got what you wanted, but what you wanted wasn't really for you. And so many times in our lives that will happen. You'll get what you want, but it really wasn't for you. You wanted it so bad. You just kept pushing. And I found myself kind of being obsessed with trying to get a new couch. not a relationship, but in relationship to that, I thought my living room should be a certain way, or my house should be a certain way. I'm trying to get a new couch, and I wanted this new sofa, and I was like searching everywhere, and I was willing to negotiate on settling for less than what I wanted, or a different color, just to have something to fill the space. And then I realized what I was doing. I was distracting myself. I was becoming obsessed with getting laser focused on one thing, one thought, one way that I wanted something to be or something to look. And I caught myself in that habit. I caught myself in that action of I was about to go get this couch, and then I realized that I don't really need it. It's not a necessity right now, and that I didn't need to fill the space. That space actually looks fine the way it is. It's not it's not something that. So I wouldn't have gotten anything that I really needed to make the space feel right. I would have just had something because I wanted it, and then I wouldn't have been happy anyway. You're never going to be happy, because it's doing is filling a space, it's filling a void. And if you're filling up your world just to fill a space, a void, it's like filling up an air. When you walk into a room and you can't stand the silence and the quiet, and you feel like you got to fill the air, it's like you hate that uncomfortableness. Well, that's where we need to be right now. Letting yourself be uncomfortable with being with yourself, and just knowing the silence and the quiet is, let yourself be okay. You don't have to fill up. You don't have to fill it up with words. You don't have to fill it up with description. You don't have to fill it up with people that are not aligning to you. It's about knowing that you're going to always have outside interference, outside noises, but your biggest joy and happiness will come from the ability to be able to sit in the uncomfortable, to sit with your times alone, and know that you have the ultimate friend, and that's yourself. But when you don't know you, when you only know you based on what you have conditioned yourself to be, or what you've created and you've molded, you honestly don't know you. There's so much more to us, and we limit ourselves in the belief in how we know of ourselves, and that's where like our anxieties and stuff comes in. So then we have the 9 of, I'm like, I can't even tell my numbers. I'm like, what do I have? I have the 9 of Swords here, and it's like, so we just have this like sense of, so what I'm getting is that you just fear that ending, like afraid to let things end, or that an ending is coming and you're second guessing. I just feel like there's a lot of things that are up in the air, like as we're coming through some endings. This is an end of a month, and we're already looking for the end of August, instead of looking to the end of August for fall to come, rather than enjoying the fact that the beginning is here and to sit in that beginning. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which also comes up for me here, and I'm picking up the Seven of Pentacles, and what I'm getting, what message I'm getting with this is the fact that we have, you know, it's like we have everything piled into one. It's like we've got all these pieces, we've put all these things, and you got this one extra piece left. You got this one extra, or something is falling out of place, or something is trying to get into place, and it goes right back to that relationship. It is all about what coming. It's about coming into relation is what we have here. And so what I have here is coming into relation. And so that we can allow ourselves to stop trying to fit ourselves in where we don't belong, stop trying to fill spaces, stop trying to avoid things. And then we have the Ten of Swords, and it's like, what's, you know, that dead, I got dead air. I keep getting dead air. So I have this dead air energy, and I feel like we have a lot of stagnant dead air energy that's happening. And for us to be able to, you know, just be okay to let that, hello, to be okay to let that, to know that the uncomfortable of the dead air energy that's coming up is that there is a lot of parts of who we were, who we thought we were, and what we thought we had in different sorts of relationships, or how we were acting and behaving in relationships, that needs to now end, needs to die, and to let it go, and to be able to move forward. And this is a shift. Like I said, we're passionate. It's about becoming passionate. It's about becoming, you know, driven into that desire to just kind of be a part of something. And the more you know, the more you are in a healthy relationship with all parts of you, the more you will live in relationship, in a lot of healthier relationships. And we will have this beautiful coexisting. You'll coexist in groups, at work, in friendship, and in love a whole lot better than when you are always in that resistance, you're always in that pull, or you're always in that negative energy. So at the bottom of our deck, sorry, I would shuffle them normally and be there, but, and so we have the Six of Wands here. And so here we are, we're walking towards triumph. You know, we're just on our way to that midpoint. It's like we're so close to being able to take that turn, walking in. He's just walking in. He's not fully there to celebrate. You're not fully all the way there, but it's like it's like the waters have parted, right? It's like you can walk across, you can leave behind the enemy, which is the old self. We can leave behind those parts of us and start walking into our new life, start walking into the new you, but by staying with you in the moment of doing it, by staying present with you and really embracing and enjoying. So please enjoy this long weekend of August. Make time for the people that do matter, and that includes you. Make time for you, because you really do matter. I love you all, and I will be back live, I promise, soon. Every time I think I'm coming back, they tell me, no, I'm not ready. So I will be back live very, very soon. Thank you for your love, your support. Like, subscribe to my YouTube channels and to my Facebook page. And you can also see I have many new programs coming out. I am teaching a couple weekend courses in August, and they're all on the school. So go to CoreyThorne.com and you can check out everything. Much love. Bye-bye.